Hello, friends. Welcome to the brand new episode of Suman versus Human, episode 55. And today I have a very special guest. She is Madhu Singhal, founder Mitra Jyothi. So, without much delay, let's quickly welcome Madhu on the show. Madhuji, welcome to Suman versus Human.
Thank you so much, and I have a pleasure to attend this show. And if it makes a difference for others, I will be very happy.
Pleasure is all mine. Madhuji, I'm super amazed because you yourself visually impaired. Now you are doing a big difference to the persons with disability. I'm surprised, how this all started. Let us quickly rewind and start from the beginning. I want to know who actually are you?
Okay, so first I will start with my introduction
Yeah,
because without it, we cannot be able to go to Mitra Jyothi, right?
yes.
My name is, as you know, Madhu Singhal, and I am from Haryana,
Hmm,
Rohtak, from a very orthodox family.
hmm.
It's a very big family, big business family, where, like a very big joint family, I can say that, where, 30, 40 people are staying together that time. I'm
Oh,
talking about 65 years back.
yeah.
So I was born in that family.
Hmm,
And when I was 2 months old, that time my mother came to know that some problem she has in her eyes because I was not looking towards the light.
hmm,
So
hmm,
she found कि I should go to the doctor and find out कि what exactly it is. Sometimes, eyes will get some infection or something. If something is there, I can get some medicine and get it done,
yeah,
kind of things. She
yeah,
never thought कि I am not able to see that.
yeah.
She immediately went to the doctor. Doctor said, we can't be able to find out anything. You better go to the experts.
Hmm, hmm.
So she went to the experts, uh, people, doctor with who is seeing this visual impairment kind of things in
Ophthalmologist.
ophthalmologist.
Yeah.
So in my city, there was no good ophthalmologist. So she went to another city
Hmm,
and showed a doctor, proper doctor.
hmm,
Doctor said, it is very difficult to say that, but she has a problem and she cannot be able to see
hmm,
anything.
hmm.
It was a big turmoil in the family.
Yeah.
Before me, nobody was there who was having any kind of disability till that time in the family. And they were thinking what next to do.
Hmm,
So a whole family was very disturbed. But my mother and father, then they said, Ki, we will go to the experts and we will go to the good ophthalmologist who can be able to suggest better things
hmm,
for us. So they took me to all over India and abroad
hmm,
for
hmm.
the medical intervention.
Yeah.
At last, when I was 5 year old, they came to Chennai.
Hmm.
They somebody told ki very good doctor is there and he will give you a correct suggestion.
Shankar Netralaya you are talking about?
No, that time Shankar Netralaya was not there. Some
Okay.
doctor was there.
Ah.
I am
Hmm.
talking about 1960.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That time they brought to some doctor. I don't know the name of the doctor or
Hmm, hmm,
anything,
hmm,
but they brought Doctor Sami, and then he said, "Ki I cannot do anything in medical intervention. Nothing can be done for her,
hmm,
but you can think about her education. She looks like a brilliant child,
hmm,
and she can study well. So you must see some organizations are there, those who can help her for her studies."
hmm, hmm,
So that time my mother just took it very seriously
hmm,
and she started talking to people ki what next to do with her.
hmm, hmm.
So we came back to the Rohtak and she was asking ki where I can go to the blind schools kind of things and she started finding it out ki what shall we do now next.
Hmm.
Then she came to know that some schools are there in Delhi. She took me there, but
Hmm.
somehow with great affection and love, she
Yeah.
couldn't able to leave me there
Hmm,
because the situation was very bad that time.
hmm,
And she said ki why she has to eat this, you know, charity food there and how can I leave my daughter there kind of things. We are giving charity to others. Why should I leave my
Yeah,
daughter
yeah,
for this type of things? So
yeah,
she brought me back.
yeah.
But she found a teacher, he was a blind person. So she told him, ki, please teach him whatever is necessary for her. That time I started learning Braille at the age of 6. That time I was 6 year old, and he started teaching me Braille, arithmetic, and other things which is needed for the child. So 1 year passed away like this, and that time he was always telling she should go to the school, otherwise how she will learn the discipline and other things. Because I was a child and pampered child in the house. Discipline was little bit lacking in my this thing. So, but he taught me Braille and other things, and they found it I was very brilliant. When I was 3, 4 years old, also, I was always, in a big joint family, so lot of children my
Yes,
age.
yes.
Whatever they were playing, I was ready to play with them. I was doing all the things which whatever they were doing. Sometimes they were ignoring me, but my mother was saying, "Okay, I am with her. You you cannot ignore her. You have to play, take in your play whatever you are doing it. I will see to it." So kind of things. I never go back. I always wanted to do the things which other children were doing it in
Yeah.
the family. If somebody was telling me you cannot do this thing, so it was a challenge for me. I was taking a challenge. I will say, "Ki, how can you say that I cannot do? I will show you how I can do this." Kind of things. But that type of things was
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
My father was always, he was a businessman, and he taught me how to dial telephone, how to remember all the numbers, and he was always asking me this type of, questions. Are nowadays people will say reasoning and kind of things,
Yes, yes,
but
yes.
he taught me all these things.
Those
And
days.
those days,
Yeah.
that time nobody knows ki we have
Yes.
to learn like this.
Yeah.
So I was very good in maths and everything. So then I started studying, when this blind teacher came, he taught me Braille and all. I started reading, writing in with the help of Braille. Later, uh, it was happening like this for 5, 6 years. Then the teacher said, Ki, why don't you ask in the school where your sister is studying if they will allow her to sit in the class? Rest of the things we will take care.
Okay.
So my mother went to the school where my sister studied, and she said, Ki, please allow her to sit in the class. Rest of the things I will take care. Don't worry about it. Because they said, Ki, how we don't know anything about the visually impaired person, how we will teach her, how she will learn kind of things. If somebody will hurt her, then what will happen? We have so many children here, and if they will, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
she will feel bad for something. What can we do? People will, blame us, kind of things.
Yes.
So my mother said, no, no, nothing will happen. You just allow her to sit in the class. Rest of the things I will see. In the beginning stages, it was difficult for me to stay there because all the children were talking in a different things. They were asking some stupid questions, kind of things.
Yeah. How will you eat? How will you walk?
uh kind of things.
Yeah.
How do you sleep? Kind
Yeah.
of things. So I started crying. But later, after 3, 4 months later, they have become a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And they were, just bringing me to the house. Your house was very near to the school. So they were just, as soon as the school will be over, they were jumping. I will drop her to home. I will
Yeah.
drop her to
Yeah.
home, kind of things. So they have become a good friend of mine, and all the teachers were also very happy with me because I was good in studies. Whatever maths they were teaching us, before they will say something, first I was giving answer for everything. So they understood she can study well. In the beginning stages, thoda problem hua. Then my mother told them she always getting information about everything from others. Ki no, no. They said ki how she can give examination. So she told them कि नहीं नहीं they will get a scribe, somebody else, junior class person can write for her. kind of thing. She told them. They didn't know about it.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like this, I completed my matriculation, graduation, post graduation. It was not so easy because that time there was no books for us in Braille.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
other via media was there, other
And
technology.
and you were the only student in those institutions, right?
Yes, yes.
Blind
No,
student.
nobody was there. And they didn't know anything. Whatever is there, we have to find out and get it done.
Yeah.
Because school was not interested. They said ki if she will be not there, what will happen? They don't know anything. So it was very difficult because as soon as I was coming back from home, school to home, I was start writing in Braille all the notes. And somebody was dictating to me. So 40, 50 pages a day, I was writing in Braille. And also, it was difficult for me. My hands will be paining
Yes,
writing all
yes.
these things and then study kind of things. And then so many other things happened that I couldn't able to make it so many things. But still, I never wanted to give up. To get a scribe also, it is a very big problem. And I was always worried ki suppose if the person didn't come, then what will happen? How I can write the examination?
Yeah,
Kind of
yeah.
things. That was a nightmare. Suddenly he will say ki I am sick or something. What will I do? But somehow it was going on and I completed my post graduation. And when I completed my post graduation, that same year my father passed away. That time he was, before it, he was trying, ki, okay, your post graduation is completed. You want to go for PhD. I have completed in Hindustani vocal music.
Oh.
So he wanted me to go for the PhD or, something to do with the music. So he started writing to the university ki how we can send her, what shall we do with her, kind of things. But that after his death, he was the head of the family, and it was very difficult for the family also to accept it. And in that situation, they didn't think about me, kind of things for some time. And that time, my brother's business was settled in UP, Kanpur. And then he started forcing us that people should come along with us to Kanpur. And it was again a very difficult thing for me because in my
You need
city
to
I
get,
was
habituated to the all new environment.
correct. So it was very difficult. In my city, I was the hero. I can go everywhere with the help of my driver or something like that. In a new city, to adjust, it was difficult for me. But somehow we went there, and 4 years I was just sitting at home in Kanpur. I was just thinking what next to do. I never wanted to sit at home. After I was crying, after so much of education, how can I just sit home and doing nothing?
Till now, I think your father was a great motivation for your determination.
Driving force. Actually, he was not coming to the in front of the public. My mother always did all these things, but on the backside, he was a big force to give me all the encouragement. Today also, I will just mention when people will tell me how you are running this organization. I said I have learned from my father how to run the things, because he was the head of the family and he was running big family like this,
Yeah,
anything, any organizing things and all,
yeah.
how he was doing it, the same way I do, in the organization. And my brother was there. They are good, very good people, but he doesn't know how to manage.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. He will was thinking, how can I send my sister out? What people will tell me, ki you have not look after her well,
Yeah.
kind of things.
I
He
can
could able
imagine
to
those days, that too
uh,
in UP.
UP. So my mother will say, I will not send you out. If it's a Gunda
Yeah,
place,
yeah.
how a women I can send you out in Kanpur,
I can
kind of
totally
thing.
imagine UP without Yogi.
Very bad. So after that, when I was in Kanpur, that time also I didn't sit idly. I start till that time I didn't have much, you know, information about the visually impaired people.
Till then, you don't have any friend from visually impaired
No,
community.
no,
Oh.
not at all, not at all. But that time, even magazine was coming in Braille, Nayan Rashmi from Dehradun, because we were always going there. Na? There is a big institution, National Institute for the Visually Handicapped that time. Now that name has changed. National Institute of Empowerment of People with Visual Impairment, something like that. So we were going there and we were bringing all Braille books in the car, back dicky of the car. My father was going there, bringing all the books, whatever he likes for me, and he was bringing for me to read that time. So there, that magazine was coming. In that one column was there to make pen pals. So I have given my name. Ki I am interested to become pen pals to the people, those who want to contact me. Like this, I got some friends through writing letters. And in that, one or two friends I got in Kanpur also. They wrote to me that we are here and kind of things. But that time at home, the atmosphere was not there. Ki some boys are coming and meeting me in this age. They were very scared about it. So I couldn't able to meet them, but I started writing letters to the people and try to make friends like this. But it was not enough for me. I wanted to go out. I wanted to do something. That was not happening. So that time my sister was here in Bangalore and her husband was, having a different kind of, thinking. And whenever he was coming, he was asking me, what do you want to do? What you're thinking about your life, kind of things. So I was always telling you, I want to go out. I want to, you want to get married? He was asking me. I said, I'm not very, no, this is, I'm not saying ki I don't want to get married, but this is secondary for me. First thing is, I want to come out of the house and I want to do something. I want to make myself busy,
You wanted to be an independent woman.
independent person. After that, anything will happen, that is fine. But first thing is, I'm not thinking about marriage. I am thinking about my independence. Then one fine day he said, Ki, why don't you come to Bangalore and stay with us for some time? I don't know what I'm going to do for you, but at least you come and for a change. So I came to Bangalore. He took me to some organization for the blind, this National Association for the Blind and different organization, and he asked them ki what I can do for her, kind of things. They also didn't have any answer. They said she doesn't know the language, what she can do here, kind of things. They said like this. But he said, ki, okay, you give her some training. So that time I took training in mobility and, I started learning Kannada because without the local language, it was very difficult to
Yes, yes,
do
yes,
anything.
yes.
So he gave me the chance. He said, I can give you the freedom here. You go out. I can give you some person because he was holding a very big company. So he was having 100 staff there. So he said, I can give you one staff, lady staff who can come with you. But you should explore now things. What do you want to do? What type of things you want to do? Where you want to go? You go and out and learn about disability. What actually the proper need is there in the disability field. So he said, मेरे को नहीं पता, but you do your things. I will give you freedom.
It's something like, he's trying to replace your father.
Yes, yes, yes. So like this, it happens. It took for me 3, 4 years to get adjusted in Bangalore. And he said, ki, you should not sit at home. You come to the office, my office. I will give you place to sit from 9 to 5. and you should become a home woman to the career women, like this. But because of him, I can say that I am here today. Today also, I will tell him. He will say, I didn't do anything for you. I said, I don't know who has done what for me.
You have done a lot of things to many, 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 many people who are blind. And in fact, you have not just stood on your own feet, you are making millions of students stand on their own feet. That's a great achievement. And Team Suman versus Human salutes you for this incredible
Thank you.
work.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Then, like this, it started. And in the beginning, he said, whatever you never think that it is a chota kaam, a small work is there. Whatever you want to do, you start with a small thing. So, some people came and asked me, we want to learn braid. So I said, okay, you come here, I will teach you in his office. He gave me the place. Then some people said, we want to learn music. He gave me one room. You can start your music classes here, no problem. You close the
Wow.
room and do your music classes. So like this, I started helping people. Some people will say, chota chota help.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I started doing it. Sometimes, he was having a big vehicle. He will say, ki, okay, you take your friends. He was having this farmhouse kind of things. Very big people there. So he said, ki, you take your friends to that farmhouse. My staff will help you people, and you show them what exactly it is outside world, and you also see how you can be able to help others. So he gave me, lot of freedom to do all sorts of things. So like this, one at first I was thinking I will get attached with some other organization and do something, but it didn't happen somehow. Something, it didn't match.
It's very simple because from the beginning, by birth, you are from a business family, right? So you cannot work under some other leadership. So that's a very usual thing.
Then at last he said, "Why don't we start a trust?"
Uh,
And I don't know what are you going to do, how you will take this trust to this height, or it will stop after some times. But we will start and see. So in 1990, we started Mitra Jyothi. He only gave this name, Mitra Jyothi, ki whoever will come to us, he will become our friends. Light of friendship, kind of things. I don't know how he thought, but he said, why don't we say Mitra Jyoti? I said, okay, it is a good name. So we started this trust in 1990, and that time I didn't have any idea how to run an organization.
yeah.
You know, I can only, college, pada, school, going to the school, college, that is different issue.
Yes.
But thinking of running an organization, I never thought of it.
Yeah.
I thought,
Huge
okay, I will,
responsibility.
huge responsibility. That time I met Mrs. Hema, the, founder of Association of People with Disabilities. She was on wheelchair in Bangalore. It's a very huge organization now. And somehow I met her, and I liked the way they are functioning in the organization. They are working for the persons with other disability, ortho disability. And because of her, I will say I have learned quite a lot of things from her, how to run the organization,
Administrative part.
administrative things.
Yeah.
She was taking me along with me when she was going for fundraising. She was taking me where she has to talk to people about organization, things like that. So I was just going along with her. I never opened my mouth. I was just hearing how she's managing things. Then slowly and steadily, I started learning things. How to run the organization. He allowed me. He sent his people from his organization to teach me how to keep the account. First thing she told me, from the beginning, you keep your account everything properly, then you can sleep in the night properly. And till today, I do remember her this, saying. and I am managing like this only the organization.
Excellent.
So these two people have really created so many things in my life, my brother-in-law and Hema,
Hmm.
to run this organization.
Hmm.
Like this, it has started. Then slowly, I started meeting a lot of visually impaired people and other things. In the beginning stages, she showed me the slum areas,
Hmm.
Hema,
Hmm.
and I have visited there
Hmm.
in Bangalore, one slum, Lakshman Rao Nagar,
Hmm. Hmm.
and we found lot of people with physical disabilities.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
get any visually impaired person there.
Hmm. Hmm.
So we started working with them, bringing them for the school admission, small children,
Hmm.
the, surgeries, they need, corrective surgeries.
Yes.
So we
Yes.
brought them for the corrective surgeries kind of things. So again, when I met Hema,
Hmm.
I felt my disability is nothing. People are on the wheelchair,
Hmm.
somebody has to hold them, put them on the wheelchair. She
Hmm.
couldn't able to walk.
Correct.
She
Yeah.
was polio person.
Hmm.
And like this, I have met a lot of other people, hearing impaired,
Hmm.
ortho disabled,
Hmm.
mentally retarded.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that time I felt, my God, why I'm crying? I I am really very, you know, person
Much better.
with
Much
much
better when
better
comparing ourselves to other disabled people.
other disability.
Yeah.
So thinking about it, I started, okay, now this is the time I should think how I must run my organization
Hmm.
in Mitra Jyothi.
Hmm.
First thing I found, lot of visually impaired people came.
Hmm.
We want to study further, but there is no literature in Braille, neither in Braille nor in audio.
Hmm. Hmm.
To prepare in Braille, it was a very big thing because lot of equipments are needed. Press,
Yeah.
you have to put so many
Lot of
problems.
proofreading have to
Money,
be done.
money required.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what did I do? I started recording books in audio cassettes.
Hmm.
That time cassettes were there,
Yeah.
and I found some volunteers.
Hmm.
Lot of people, and one more good thing happened in Mitra Jyoti.
Hmm.
From the beginning, we worked with the volunteers.
Hmm.
Lot of volunteers came. They said, ki, okay, we can read books.
Hmm.
So at home, we have given them cassettes and the book
Hmm.
to record and bring it back.
Hmm.
So it has started like this.
Hmm.
But later we found in the house, the dog is barking, child is crying. It was very disturbing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then we made our two studios in Mitra Jyoti.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
Mitra Jyoti, I didn't have money at all.
Hmm.
I started in the small garage of
Yeah. Hmm.
Hema's house.
Hmm.
She said, ki in my garage, you can start this organization.
Hmm.
After that, what will happen? Let's see.
Hmm. Hmm.
Then slowly, after that, that time now my brother-in-law have bought a house for me. He
Hmm.
told my brother, ki you should buy a house for her,
Hmm.
whether she will stay or not stay,
Hmm.
but she should have something where she should think that this is my house, kind
Hmm.
of things.
Hmm.
So my brother bought a house for me
Hmm.
in Jeevan Bhima Nagar, Bangalore.
Hmm.
And later I have taken this organization to that house,
Oh, okay.
my house.
Hmm.
And slowly then I started taking some rented building nearby
Hmm.
because in one house you cannot run the
Yes.
organization.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I also, for earlier 7, 8 years, I stayed with my sister.
Hmm.
But that time, and he was always taught me, my brother-in-law, कि we are always with you, but you should become independent.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should become independent. You should have your own personal things.
Yes.
So I shifted to my house,
Hmm.
and nearby I've taken some buildings for the running this organization.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I got a very good volunteers, those who have really helped me that time because it was difficult for me to alone, and very good staff. Those till today I do remember that they have really helped me
Hmm.
to come up this organization. That time nothing was there, but when I think their contribution, it was great
Yeah. Hmm.
in a small way.
Hmm.
Like this, it has organized. Mitra Jyoti started, and slowly, when we are meeting people, all the program we have done according to the need.
Hmm.
first this library, then lot of girls were coming. कि we have studied just 7 8 standard, but we want to be economically independent. So we went to lot of garment units in Bangalore and found out कि this type of jobs they can do, some manual jobs, and we have placed them, to 300 400 girls we placed in a different garment units. I'm talking about 95 96. So that lot of girls have got attached with me. That time, one organization in Delhi, All India Confederation of the Blind, they were working quite a lot for the women. And as I was a North Indian, I knew some organization in North. So
Yeah.
it was a good, collaboration with the North people also with
Yes.
me.
Yes.
So with them, I took lot of women to for their they were doing lot of conferences, workshop for the blind women. So I was taking 40 50 women in the train to Delhi to this type of
Yeah.
conferences and bringing them back. So like this, it happened, and I got a good chance to connect with North and South with some national organization, national All India Confederation of the Blind,
Yeah.
National Federation of the Blind, kind of things. So I personally got a chance to attach with World Blind Union and Asian Blind Union through National Federation of the Blind. So I got, the chance to go to international levels
Yeah.
also. And along with that, I visited a lot of other countries. In 1997, I went to USA. One course was there, Young Adult Leadership Training Program. So I have learned quite a lot of things. But I have adopted the things, whatever is convenient for our country.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because people are doing different things, but everything we cannot be able to just
Because
adopt
there
it.
is a lot of difference, right? Cultural
Difference,
difference.
cultural difference.
Yes.
So according to India, I have adopted something like this. And when 2000 this screen reading software has come in India for the visually impaired to do the computer, that is a very big boost.
Yeah.
This technology has really made a very great thing for in our life.
Yes.
So we started teaching computer to the visually impaired people, and then lot of company have come forward, and they started getting different employment opportunities, all the visually impaired people, and also, they are getting something in the mainstream of the society. That time, this Disability Act has come 1995.
Yeah.
Lot of things we with a lot of fight. All this government has accepted Disability Act 1995. Then other acts have come. So it makes a big difference in the life of persons with disabilities.
Yeah.
And slowly, Mitra Jyothi has got lot of recognition. Myself and Mitra Jyothi, we got a state award. I got a national award 2 times.
Fantastic.
One 2015, that was a very nice day for me. One lady called me just one night and she said, Madhu, you come to Bijapur, we want to give you honorary doctorate. I said, what are you talking? Are you joking
You
with
must be
me?
joking.
She said, no, I am not joking. I am this dean of that
Oh,
Bijapuri Women's
university.
University, and I have got your name. And I said, but I didn't do anything. Then she said, no, no, you didn't do anything, but your work is speaking.
Wow.
So I went for this, got a honorary doctorate from Bijapur Women's University. Kind of lot of
Then
recognition we got
Madhu
it.
became Dr. Madhu.
I never wrote it.
But you deserve. You deserve it.
So like this, it was going on, and I am happy that lot of visually impaired people now connected with us with the help of computer, and we started a course for the blind women, independent living skill. That was my wish. When I was a small child, my mother taught me and everything, but she couldn't take me to the kitchen for the cooking and all. that always wanted to do. She was worried, how I can take her to the fire. Something will happen.
Yeah.
So I met one lady when I was 25-year old, and she was running her house. She was having four children, and very nicely she was running, doing everything in her house. I said, "Can you teach me how to cook and all?" She said, "Usme kya hai? I can just teach you. Within no time, I can teach you." So she taught me how to light a gas, how to keep the vessel on the gas, kind of things. So chota chota cheez.
That was a very exciting moment for you. For the
Yes.
first time when you lit the stove.
I said, my God, I wanted to do it since a long time, but my mother couldn't able to teach me. So like this, I never say no for anything. Somebody else, you want to learn this? Yes, I want to learn. Kind of things. So that is what this journey continues with Mitra Jyothi. And now people know what Mitra Jyothi is doing. 34 years over in Mitra Jyothi started, and lot of people have got benefited. I feel very happy.
Now, Mitra Jyoti is one of the biggest and topmost rehabilitation centers for the persons with disabilities in India. I know many of your students who are standing in very big positions today.
Yes, yes. वही मेरे को बड़ा अच्छा लगता है. Some people come in 90s, they have become our audio library members. So they will come. मेरा ना number 16 था in the library. Now they are working in Accenture, they are working in IBM, in different places.
Yes,
They
yes.
got married, they have a family.
You said marriage was secondary for you.
Yes.
I want to know, was that ever happened?
No.
Why?
No, reason was not there. Somehow I was busy in my work. I didn't put much, thought of this. I was happy, doing all these things. The reason was not there. It didn't happen.
Do you feel bad about it?
No,
You're sure?
I'm sure.
Okay, so you are coming from a joint family, right?
Yes.
Those days, I'm pretty sure you would have gone through a lot of discrimination within the family also.
See, my mother, father never discriminated me
But with the
with
with
my
the other children,
other. Yes,
when you are in this
yes.
position, they still look at you with the discriminative attitude.
No, now I am a role model for them. Now I am a role model for them. All the people, they will just see me, ki, oh, Madhu Didi is doing like this, like this. They will keep reading about all in the Facebook and whatever it is. Then they will call me. Hi, Didi, what are you doing? We are no one. You are doing this, this, this.
Have you ever imagined that you will be heading a big trust, making many people with disabilities stand on their own feet?
No, I didn't imagine. When I was in a school, I was just thinking, ki, okay, I will study. After that, I will become a teacher or lecturer. I never thought more than
Okay.
this. I never thought ki I will be running an organization like this. Though it was in my mind ki I should do something, whatever the challenges I have faced during my education, I should do something for others. But I never thought this type of organization will be there and it will become like big organization like this.
Madhuji, your organization is also popular for providing employment opportunities for people with disabilities, right? So, I have a question for you. How difficult it is to create a job opportunities in the corporates today?
See, I personally feel that this employment is very tough things, either in corporate or in the government or in a private sector. First of all, you tell me if somebody is coming to you with all sighted this thing or a visually impaired person, whom you will select first? You will select a sighted person
Of course, of
naturally,
course, of course. Yeah,
right? मतलब इसमें no other way. They
yeah,
have to select a person like this.
yeah, yeah.
Secondly, why they have to give them this type of thinking? Okay, one side blind person we will take it. Why they in a business kind of thing? If the person is businessman, I will also think. I will also take a person who can who can give me better
Yeah.
this thing.
Yeah.
So I will not say they are wrong.
Hmm. Hmm.
But secondly, I personally feel a company is holding 10,000 employees.
Hmm.
Out of 10,000, if they can keep 10 visually impaired, 10 persons with disability,
Hmm.
what is wrong in that?
No
In
wrong.
the other
Nothing wrong.
employees also, one person can do 100%.
Hmm.
Another employee may do 40%. In sighted people also, lot of people they will take a work, but how much they will do, it depends.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it is their moral response that they should take persons with disability in their companies.
Hmm.
And slowly you should make them not just like that you take in your company,
Hmm.
but whatever work, maybe 10 type of work is there.
Hmm.
A visually impaired person can do 6 type of work.
Hmm.
You give them now 6 type of work, not
Yeah.
10 type of work.
Yeah.
You give them 6 type of work.
Hmm.
Maybe one ortho disabled person, he can do something different.
Hmm.
Visually impaired can give their strength in a different way.
Hmm.
So that strength you can take it from them. Instead of 10 work, you give 6 works to them.
Hmm.
But for that, you have to be able to give training to your other colleagues.
Yeah.
You have to make your organization more friendly
Hmm.
with persons with disability. That is very, very important.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it will never work. But it is very tough thing. It is not a very easy thing. And secondly, I will say our visually impaired or other disability also,
Hmm.
they are coming to the charity model. Okay,
Hmm.
if we will not work, somebody will help us. Kind of feeling they do have. So,
Students, right?
yes.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that feeling we have to bring them out and we should tell them कि you are also the part of parcel of this society,
Yeah.
and whatever you are getting from the society you have to think about giving to the society.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is very,
Correct.
very important.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm not saying the problem from the employer side. Not, I will say the problem from our persons with disability also.
Hmm.
They will go and ask lot of, you know, things from them. Ki, okay, can I come half an hour late? Can I go half an hour early?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they cannot do like this. We
Yeah.
cannot do. We have to behave like others. I always tell them, all these persons with disability, my message to them, you must make one step. People will definitely come to help you.
Yeah. Yes.
If you are simply sitting and asking things, then nobody will come.
So, Madhuji, now we have come to a stage where I have this question for all my guests coming on Suman versus Human, and you will certainly have no option to say no, you have to answer this.
Tell me.
I am giving you superpowers, Madhuji. I'm giving you superpowers in your hands to change one particular thing in this country. So, what that one particular thing is going to be?
I personally feel the education.
Hmm.
Education has to be changed properly,
Hmm.
especially for the persons with disabilities.
Hmm.
Without education, you cannot be able to go further.
Hmm.
For that, we need good teachers, we need good people, we
Hmm.
need persons with disability to take a proper education.
Hmm.
Maybe it may take little time for them. So the system has to change or whatever to change. Suppose a sighted person can learn in 10 minutes,
Hmm.
maybe a visually impaired person take 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So that we have to see.
Yeah.
But without education, nothing we can be able to achieve.
It was wonderful talking to you, Madhuji. Thank you so much for giving me this great
I don't know.
opportunity to
It
host
it
you on
makes
Suman
any
vs. Human.
difference for others. Whatever I felt, I told.
Dear listeners, this was Madhu Singhal, and I hope you like the show. Please let me know your opinion on the show in the comment section below, and please find the links and details to Mitra Jyothi. You can come forward to donate, contribute for the greater cause, and the contact details of the organization is also in the description. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That will cost you nothing, but it is going to help me a lot. Thank you so much for tuning in.